Hi, everyone. Hello, hello. Good to be with you today. I'm Honor Janetsky, and you are in Overwhelmed Solution for Moms, most likely. If you're seeing this video, come join me today. Say hello when you get here. Tell me where you're watching from. I am coming in today with a really important topic, which is what not to do when you are feeling overwhelmed. And I see this mistake and I hear it every day as I'm connecting with moms from all over the world who are reaching out for a way to resolve the pattern of overwhelm in their lives. And they know that that's what I do for moms and with moms. So we have conversations about how the pattern keeps coming up of frustration, of irritability, and here are the things that they're doing, and these are not working. So I thought, what better thing to do than to bring this information to all of you so that you could take advantage and learn from it? So let's dive in. First, I'm going to tell you the number one thing that I hear people doing. And this is women before they come to work with me. These patterns are ones that maybe you picked up from your mother or grandmother or whoever raised you, that this was the best that they knew to do. And as with everything, when you hear me talking about what not to do, please know there is zero judgment in it. There is no my way is better than your way. This is what I hear that costs people their sanity, their peace in their home, their love. And as I share these with you, know that I'm sharing them from a place of service so that when you hear these, if these are coping strategies that you are using, you probably already know if they're not working for you. Then hopefully I'm going to say something here today that will spark an idea for you or that will connect the dots for you. So let's dive in. The two biggest things that you do not want to do when you're feeling overwhelmed. What does overwhelm look like? Frustration, irritability, snapping at kids, maybe even yelling at kids, yelling or snapping at a partner, or seething with resentment, that kind of thing. You know what it feels like. I don't need to tell you what it feels like. You know what it feels like, right? So say below how you know when you feel overwhelmed. Like if you've ever had a moment like that before, how does it manifest for you or in you? So snapping, irritability, we've all had moments like that where we've taken too much on and then we don't have a boundary and we didn't take care of ourselves and rawr. I used to call this monster mommy back in the days before I developed the methodology that I now teach. I called this monster mommy. And I would explain to my kids that I was feeling like monster mommy was going to come out. And if she did, it wasn't going to be pretty and nobody was going to like it. And so we had to put our heads together to come up with a new solution and a new plan. So if you've ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. And so let's dive in. So number one, the thing that you don't want to do that people do all the time is they do a feelings dump. They do a feelings dump. That means a venting or a lecturing about how this does not work and what you're doing is wrong and whatever it is. If it's a kid that's driving you crazy, the feelings dump is the number one thing that you don't want to do. Now, it can look like a vent. It can also look like a lecture. It can look like a boiling over, yelling at your kids, getting angry, a display of anger, something like that. For those of you who are more controlled and more perfectionistic, it's probably a lecture. Okay. So when your feelings have built up for a while and you haven't known what to do with them, you're probably doing some feeling dumps. It's probably coming out that way. It's out of control. It is not helpful for the situation. It usually makes things worse. It makes them messier. It results in a shame spiral for you, a guilt spiral later. And usually what's happening energetically or relationally, what's happening is when we do a feelings dump because we're starting to feel overwhelmed or we are frustrated, is that we're putting our experience or our feelings or our anger on someone else. So that's what the feelings dump is about. It's about me making it your problem. It's about me saying you made this happen. It's about saying if you wouldn't have done that, then I would not be so mad at you, or we wouldn't have to be doing it this way. I am putting my I don't know what to do with this on this little person, or younger than me, at least person if it's a teenager. I'm putting this on my child. Doesn't matter if it's a 17-year-old, 18-year-old. This is still the same pattern. If I am having an adult tantrum or lecturing because I'm so mad and I haven't cleaned up my business. I haven't taken care of my business, my emotional business yet, because I don't know how to do that. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm putting this on you. I'm putting this on my child because I'm mad and I want to eject it and it feels yucky and I don't know what to do with it. Okay. We're getting into a little bit deeper work today here. And this is along the lines of what I do with my clients. I'm going to explain to you what this is. Basically, what we're doing is I'm making it your problem. At best. At worst, I'm making this your fault. Mommy's upset and it's your fault and you caused it. Adults do this all the time with their own children. Teachers do it with students. This is an old pattern from an old paradigm that most of us, if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, beyond, we grew up in this kind of a paradigm culturally. So most of you probably have this present in your family that you grew up in. The reason why feelings don't work and why they make things worse for your overwhelm and for the peace in your family is that it creates emotional stress in our children. It creates anxiety and produces anxiety in our children. And it creates and perpetuates a pattern that says we are scared of our feelings and we don't know how to handle them and we aren't safe in our feelings, right? That's the number one thing not to do. So be honest. And again, like, no judgment allowed in this group at all. Between you, those of you who are here, and from me to you, is no judging this. This is just what happens. The second thing you don't want to do, and you want to be careful of just noticing if this is happening for you in your life, is to escape, run away, retreat. Happens all the time. People have an urge to run, especially those who are late to life moms. I have seen this a lot with late to life moms. If you had your kids in your late 30s or even, 35 and beyond, but especially later, 40s and beyond, if you started having kids later in life, and you had a long time of independence, you had a lot of yourself that you had developed, you've done a lot of inner work, you've done a lot of personal work, maybe you're a highly sensitive mom, you know yourself well, you've done trauma work, you felt ready, you chose these kids, you called them in. Whoa, who knew it was going to be so hard, right? Who knew you're going to get these special kids? And when that happens, there's a pattern of since I don't know how to handle this and I'm used to success, I just need to get out of here. Like, they might even be better off without me. I got to get out of here. I don't know what I'm doing here. So if these are thoughts you've had, if these are feelings you've had, I want to explain to you what's going on. When you don't know how to process what's happening right here in front of you and do it well and succeed at that, the urge is going to be to run. The urge is going to be to just hit the eject button and get out of there, because rather do that than fail. But what happens is you wind up feeling like you failed anyway, because your kids are saying, mommy, will you come play with me? And you're going like, I got to do the dishes and clean the kitchen. No one else is going to do it. So I have to do that. And then I'll check in with you later. And later never comes. And then you rationalize it by, but I give snuggles at bedtime and I give kisses and we read together for 30 minutes. And so that makes up for it and it's all good. But really, if you feel unsettled about it, it's not all good. It's not what you want. It's not for you. It's not what you want. If you feel nagging guilt, or you notice you're beating yourself up in your head, thoughts of, God, what is wrong with me? I should be able to do this. I tried so hard to have these kids and now I can't stand to be around them, or I don't know how to enjoy them. I have moments and snippets of it, of pure joy or laughter, but it's so fleeting. And this is not why I signed up for motherhood. What I want is the full experience of every day being present with them, of joy, of laughter. I want the full on experience. And instead, I'm running away. I'm disconnecting. And then I'm beating myself up about it. Why is that happening, right? So those are the two approaches people take. And I want to explain why, if you're taking either one of these roads, I want to explain why you might be doing it. This is in the hundreds and hundreds of women I've helped to rewire from overwhelm to steady calm so that they're enjoying every day with their kids. Here's why. When we don't know how to process our emotions, when we don't feel safe in our own emotions, when we don't know that we matter and what we feel matters, when we don't know how to navigate through a tricky spot, when we don't know how to get out of our heads and actually feel our way through something efficiently, and this is what I teach people how to do, then we're going to either want to react to it and dump about it, or we're going to want to avoid it and run and just pack that down and say, you know what, just not now. I can't deal with that now. I just got to go and do this. I got to clean up, right? So in this work, it's so beautiful. And the work I do with my clients in Awakened Motherhood, we are teaching our people how to, in a really clear step-by-step way, recognize what's happening, unpack, move through to the other side, and create a new way of being in themselves and with their kids, authentically, intentionally, consciously, and in the present moment, right here, right now. We're teaching that they are learning how to do that. And what happens for people is a beautiful shift from old way of doing things to new way of doing things, where there is present, palpable joy, where there is connection, where there is deep fulfillment with the people they love, not just escaping for calm, escaping for quiet, escaping for peace of mind, but creating peace with the kids, creating steady calm with the kids, teaching them how to do it for themselves, creating a sense of connection with their partners. And I can, if I began to tell you the miraculous things that happen for people in their marriages or with really tough kids, you might not even believe it now. So I'm really not even going to go there now, but I'm just going to say that the process of not knowing what to do with your feelings doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. It means that there is a skill set you don't have since becoming a mom. And for some people, they got to develop a little bit bigger muscle because they got really tough kids. You got kids with ADHD, you've got kids who are highly sensitive, or you've got kids who are neurodivergent, and you need a new set of skills and strengths to be able to enjoy motherhood on your terms in your way. And so be of courage, take courage, because there is nothing wrong with you. There is just a lack of acknowledgement that I am lacking skills and I need new strategies. And if what you want is the full thing, the whole teaching, that's what we're doing in Awaken Motherhood. It is a roadmap and the in-depth connected work and therapeutic support and coaching to teach you how to move from the old way of doing things, frustrated, overwhelmed, not enoughness, to absolutely know that I'm the best mom for my kids, confidence, resilience, and being able to enjoy every day. If those of you who are hearing this, take with it what you can. If you want more and you want to talk to me about whether or not that work is something that is a fit for you, then absolutely reach out to me. The best way to do that is to message and comment here that you're interested, and then I can connect with you and send you the application for the call. You can also go straight to book a calendar link, and then I'll review your app with you and go through that and see if this feels like a fit for you to have a call and to see if Awakened Motherhood might be the solution that you're looking for. So don't hesitate to reach out to me. Please interact here. Drop your comments below. What did you hear? What did you learn from this talk? I'd love to hear if any of this was helpful for you. Help co-create this content. And just sending you lots of love. Until next time.